In the event of a water damage emergency, call PuroClean of Cenla.
Hey, good evening, good afternoon. Sorry, I'm always used to saying good morning. It's not morning. It is hot out there. Natchitoches looking like, it looks like it would be nice to be out on a boat there. But I've done this before. I've been on boats and the sun is beating down. And if you can't just get out and swim on demand, it's pretty rough. And sometimes that water's pretty warm. But hey, everybody have your fun, do your thing. I want to show you something though. Check this out. Okay. Let's see. Pull this one up. This is on the north slope of Alaska, up near Barrow, Wiley Post Will Rogers Memorial Airport. I think they have that airport in Oklahoma too. It's 39 degrees and they have a chance of snow tonight. So it's somewhere. The dream lives on. So that's what it looks like here. I don't think we're going to see any snow for a while here. I know we won't, and that's okay. But it's clear we had dry air come in the mid-levels and really kind of crush any sort of thunderstorm development today. There was one up in northeast Louisiana, and as I was driving home from Memphis, I did see some decent development on the clouds, but it wasn't something that made it down this far because that dry air snuck in and really kind of crushed things. We did have a few thunderstorms up here in northeast Louisiana earlier on. Those have faded out. One down there near maybe Brookhaven, Mississippi, and a couple of spritzes out there in southeast Texas. But right now, it's all about that heat. We have low to mid 90s, upper 90s in spots, 98 Natchitoches, 94 Alexandria, and my magic sound thing is a bit off. Okay, well, I will look into that actually for tomorrow. I do see the level looks a little bit lower, so I'll have to restart something or do something like that, but I will yell into it for tonight. We'll take care of it for tonight. It is warm though, low to upper 90s, I guess, with that 98 Natchitoches and heat advisories in effect for most of the area until you get down toward I-10, and that's because you're going to have a little bit of that sea breeze influence that'll cool things off a touch, 10 to 20 mile per hour wind gusts, and that's going to continue into tomorrow. So we're not going to see strong winds. I don't think we see any rain. I think we're just going to see a sea breeze roll through, cool things off down there, a few degrees, not a lot, and then up here it's just going to be hot and steamy for a few days. And with that, for today, no severe threat. It's all up to the north. Big thunderstorms up that way into the Dakotas, out toward Nebraska, and then into the Ohio River Valley. But here, it's hot and humid. We're only down to 80 by midnight. Come on, this is terrible. But looking at the tropics here, we don't have a lot going on. I showed this yesterday. I just shared it because I know it's going to get shared everywhere. This is the kind of stuff I used to not even talk about, But social media, it's great, and it makes you kind of have to hone in on everything. This thing won't develop, though. 10% chance of development. It's going to get shredded out here as conditions become less favorable for development. I'm more concerned with the thing that's going to swing around in the Gulf, and I'm not even really that concerned with that. This I'm showing you basically, this is that tropical satellite, and I'm showing everything kind of, you see this stuff out here in Arizona moving from south to north. Then you go up here, those storms moving from west to east. Then things kind of dropping, so you kind of see that ridge of high pressure. You see that big, broad circulation. There's that little surface system out there in Texas that's moving to the west. What we're going to see right here is this thing here that doesn't look like much, but there's a lot of moisture. That's going to come slide around that ridge. It's going to be almost exactly what happened this past weekend. We're just going to be watching this dense area of moisture. That's going to slide down into the southeast or the southwestern Atlantic, and then it's going to slide right across the Gulf. If it comes in a little further south, could we see a tropical storm develop? Yeah, but I don't think we will, and if we do, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. I think it's just going to be a loosely organized system that brings us plenty of rain. We have done this here just this past weekend, and this is what it's going to do. I mean, this is very similar to what we saw. By Tuesday, 11 p.m., right before midnight, you've got that moisture pushing into the northeastern Gulf, and then everything kind of slides onto the west here. And you see pretty, the GFS kind of tries to develop this into a little something, but it's kind of broad, it's diffuse, it's not something that looks like it's going to develop into a crazy hurricane or anything. And then that is going to move through probably in that Thursday, Friday, Saturday time frame, very similar to this last one. It's going to be different from place to place here, but we are going to see a similar setup. And then we go right back to just some scattered showers and storms. So the precip outlook for today, or for the next 7 days, it looks like much less to the north, higher totals down along the Gulf Coast. We know how this works. It got kind of tricky last time. Lots of moisture. I think this thing will probably start off with a bang, and then we'll just see how much cloud cover we're left with, because if we see that cloud cover hang around Friday and Saturday, that will tamp down rain chances a bit. Overall, I still think we see about 1 to 3 out of this thing, and that's mainly going to be from Thursday afternoon through Saturday. Very similar to this last one, although we didn't end up getting hardly anything thing on Saturday. But that's going to take temperatures from close to 100 back down to the low 90s, overnight lows in the mid 70s. So it is going to be very warm and humid. That high pressure ridge is going to hold steady to our north. The nice thing is, with it holding just to our north, we're kind of on that edge of it, and that's why we're going to see above normal precipitation chances. And this time of year, I think that's a great thing, because that's going to keep at least some sort of break from the heat later in the day. So while there's a lot of dry weather off to the north, I think we see at least scattered showers and storms most days, not every day, but it looks like to start August, we are going to see some wet weather. And you know what? I just got my I just got my fantasy football notification for the year. So what that means is football season's around the corner, and then by like the 6th week of football season, it gets cooler. See, I make all these connections to get me to the cooler weather. And, oh, wait, hold on. Let's go over real quick. It looks like there's a little shower. I don't know. I mean, we can just do whatever. I missed this one. I'm seeing it above my head there on Toledo Bend. Let's see. That's kind of cool. I'll time-lapse that thing, see what if we got anything cool out of that. But I love this camera. There goes a boat. There's the cars. It's a good way to end it here. Little isolated shower there across on the Texas side. Nothing much doing here. I will see you all back here in the morning when I can say good morning and actually mean it. I will see you then. Have a great evening.